All right, Agency Elabord users, welcome to your second info box. On this info video, we are going to go over the lead manager and the pipeline, how to use our automated pipeline, and how to drag and drop people into the correct status and what automations it triggers, okay? So as you can see, this is our pipeline, this is our lead manager. Here's how we add individual leads to that pipeline, okay? We pick the correct status of how we're adding those leads in. Always have to have a name and a phone number or an email. We always have to put them in a group. I always put them into prospects, BFY, and then I put them in the correct status, leads, and whatnot, okay? The next thing that we are going to go over is the automation that is attached to every single one of these, okay? Almost every one of these statuses, because this is what they are called, it's the lead status, prospect status, proposal status. Almost every status has automation attached to it, okay? This is the settings section of our pipeline, okay? It is in settings. It is under deal status. Here we're going to be able to view all of the statuses in our pipeline. One that you cannot see, so you can dump people out into it and get them off your pipeline if you want to. But this is how it works, okay? Every Built For You client is going to have a defaulted status of lead. For any inbound lead that is added to Agency Elephant is going to default into this status, okay? So that means anybody that you add into the system from a form, from a webhook, from Facebook, or any other thing, they're going to come here. Inbound call comes here, okay? Now, let's jump back over to the settings. Every single one of these statuses has automation to it. Automation is triggered by adding people into groups. So here we will notice that when we add somebody in to the lead status or the prospect status, nothing is attached to it. There is no automation attached to adding somebody to these statuses. However, if they sit here for 30 days in both of these statuses, it is going to move them into two new groups, okay? Prospects and then lead not quoted, or prospects and prospects not quoted. The only difference between lead and prospect is a lead is someone who came in from, say, a giveaway, or someone who came in from a form or other avenues that you have not talked to or had a conversation with. A prospect is somebody that you physically talk to via text or on phone calls. They are now a prospect. Reason why is these drips start almost 6 months after they're added to the system. 5.5 months is the starting point of these two drip campaigns. What happens is the drip that is sent out for a lead, the verbiage is, hey, you reached out to us, but we never heard back from you. We never touched base. A prospect is going to say, hey, we touched base on this, but we never got enough information to quote. So two different conversations that you're having with those drips. They start 5.5 months later after you add them into one of these statuses, okay? Proposal statuses, if you drag and drop somebody across the board from here all the way over to proposal, it is going to trigger the quote follow-up campaign. The quote follow-up campaign runs for 37 days, okay? And the way it runs for 37 days is it starts with a quote follow-up, which goes on for a period of 30 days. And let me go down to the quote follow-up here. Where are you? Quote follow-up. I'm going to search it. Save us some time. We're going to do quote follow-up. Here it is, right in front of me. The quote follow-up starts the day after you send out the lead or send out the proposal, right? So you send out the proposal to myself today. I am going to get the first follow-up message after 1 day, which is the following day, okay? It's just going to say, hey, have you had a chance to review the insurance proposal we discussed? It's going to follow up with them for over a week, take a break for a week, and follow up for 4 days straight. After that, it's going to take another 1 week hiatus, and then is going to move them after 30 days into a quotes not closed campaign. This campaign starts on day 30, and it will start with, hey, what happened? We never closed your account, right? It's going to follow up with them for another 7 days. So in total, 37-day quote follow-up campaign in the pipeline just by dragging them into this section. The next section we have is sale and onboarding. As soon as you drag somebody across into the sale status, it is going to trigger the onboarding campaign. This is where you're going to put all your reviews. The link for your reviews should be put in there by yourself. It's going to ask for referrals, for all that kind of stuff. But one thing I really want to highlight about this pipeline is when you're moving people, especially into the sale column, you want to make sure that you're putting the value of the annual premium of that account. And as they're in and you're moving them across the section, you can change your confidence of the sale on here. That way, when you do end up closing them, it's going to tell you, hey, this is the premium that you have closed within this time period, right? This is the premium that you've closed. It's a great way to get a pulse of what's going on in your agency right off the bat. So if you have people that call in that are your clients and they're defaulting into that lead status and you want them out, you can drag them into the no automation section so that they don't get any of your automation. They don't get any of your follow-ups. They're just going to sit over there so that you don't have to worry about them. Okay. That is the lead manager section. You can go into every individual's account, leave time-stamped notes. You can copy them into automations like late pays and other stuff like that. But this is your lead manager. This should be your homepage and your dashboard for Agency Elephant. And this is where you can view your list of all of your clients, okay? This is where you can view everybody that you have ever entered into Agency Elephant. And in this case, this is a dummy account, so there's not really anybody, okay? You can filter them by tags, filter them by groups, do all sorts of fun stuff. I will see you on the next square. Good luck.